Hey guys, it's me, Tony, the dude that made Rainbow Falls 1 and 2, and now working on 3. This video will be the first of a series about the history and making of Rainbow Falls. First off, I want to give you all a proper, long overdue thank you to everyone who enjoyed the first 2 Rainbow Falls movies. I'm honored that all you guys enjoyed them so much over the last few years. You guys are obviously responsible for the majority of all my subscribers. And now, let's dive into the history behind Rainbow Falls and what it all means. When I made Rainbow Falls, I wanted to make something a little different compared to a lot of the other animators' pony videos, including my own, which usually consisted of funny, cutesy-wootsy Looney Tunes stuff. Therefore, I came up with an idea of making a serious, short film where only a few of the main characters were ponies. I wanted a universe somewhat similar to the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where humans and cartoons coexist in the same world. Then I basically decided to make Rainbow Dash an action hero. I knew I wanted a cool villain, and searched through a lot of models on Garry's Mod, until I found one I knew I just had to have. This guy, who I renamed Mr. Flowers, who was modeled from Deviant Pictures Films, who make amazing models, and by chance happened to make a character who looked strikingly similar to a villain I had in a lot of my other real-life short films. See the similarities? I did. So I guess it was destiny, in a way, that I had this masked dude be the villain. So for those who would like a better understanding of what Rainbow Falls 1 is all about, here it is. The story takes place in a universe where My Little Pony existed, but only as a show. All the ponies in the show were just actors. Similar to how the cartoons in Who Framed Roger Rabbit were kind of like quasi-cartoon actors in some sort of weird way. And in this universe, the show had been cancelled for 10 or more years. Therefore, I tried to have Rainbow Dash be more mature in her demeanor. Shortly after the cancellation of the show, Rainbow Dash squandered all of her money and was in desperate need of cash. She had no one else to turn to except to beg for cash from the evil crime lord, Mr. Flowers. Then in the beginning of the movie, when we first see Rainbow Dash, she's all depressed. If I remember correctly, it was because her and Twilight Sparkle got in a bit of a fight recently. However, I never really explained it that much. And yes, I do kind of regret the lesbian relationship I set up in the series. It should have been a more platonic relationship because, after all, these characters are from a show aimed at children, and kids might be watching this. I shouldn't be giving them any ideas one way or the other. And yes, that is a hamburger she's eating. That signifies how depressed she really is. And I don't care. I don't care what you guys say. It's a hamburger. But anyway, Rainbow Dash is confronted by a henchman of Mr. Flowers named Rob, and is also dressed like a citizen from City 17. Probably because when I animated the first one, I was still learning the ropes with importing stuff into Garry's Mod. I was such a noob back then. So Rob sits down, has a short conversation with Dash, and then brings up
Mr. Flowers wants his money back. All 2 million of it, plus interest from the last decade.
And then Dash says,
I don't have that much money.
I did that voice, by the way. Probably because I was too scared to ask any girls at the time. Then Rob says Mr. Flowers will offer her a chance to pay off her debts, presumably working as a henchman to Mr. Flowers. Dash refuses Rob's offer, and then Rob threatens Dash's girlfriend, Twilight. Dash gets mad at Rob and leaves. Rob then proceeds to call Mr. Flowers, and Mr. Flowers gives Rob the okay to take Dash out. Dun dun dun. As Dash gets in her car, Rob approaches her with a big-ass machine gun and proceeds to try to blast her away into oblivion. Dash narrowly escapes, distracts Rob by throwing a stuffed turtle at him, roundhouse kicks him in the face, gets the girl, and they all live happily ever after. Or so you guys thought. Okay guys, this is the end of my first making of video. Stay tuned for the history and making of Rainbow Falls 2. See you guys next time.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment.
Well done.
Yeah, I was saying that too.